benefit of copying and studying sort of gives you a frame of reference, right? Picasso, I think, said that copying was intrinsic to learning. And when we make mistakes, when we copy, that's when we discover our true selves. So that's why I tend to copy things, because in the mistakes is where we find our new direction or ourselves. Hi, my name is Darren Johnston. I work in academia and I'm also an artist. The first time I was aware of clothing or fashion, I guess, came from my father. He worked at the post office and he eventually worked his way up in the organization, and he used to wear blue blazers all the time. And I remember coveting that jacket as well as his other items of clothing that he would wear to work. Instagram is a great resource for informing yourself about this style, as are the books themselves. Take Ivy, for example, and several other books which I have on my shelf. When I wear Ivy style clothing, I feel sort of like I'm ready to sort of face the day. I'm appropriately dressed, but at the same time, I'm not worrying about how I'm dressed. I can put it on and sort of forget about it. So that's what I love about it, is that it's fashionable, but at the same time, it's not going to raise any eyebrows. I can go about my day without my clothes announcing who I am and my intention. I can speak for myself, and the clothes can be backup singer, secondary. Again, the tie is sort of like the lead, right? Like, I choose it according to mood. So if it's bright and happy, I'm feeling joyous, I'll usually choose like a brighter necktie. If I'm a little darker, I'll choose, a less expressive tie. But always back to the Ivy framework, or the traditional kind of framework. What I'm looking for in a blue blazer, and why I sort of started to collect them, had to do with Sidney Poitier. To Sir with Love, he wore this immaculate blue blazer, and how he used this clothing to sort of formulate his identity in this space where he was educating people. That was just totally fascinating to me, and just the power of certain garments and what they convey to people in general is always interesting. I'd like to communicate through clothing and how I dress, probably a sense of who I am as an individual, but also it's a way to sort of fly under the radar in a way, right? Because you have this conservative kind of clothing and this very codified way of dressing, but you also have, like, my dad was a 60s radical, so I have these certain ideas also that tend to be a little progressive maybe. So it's a good way to sort of like blend in and also at the same time promote a certain kind of viewpoint, which is not entirely obvious with how you dress. What continues to excite me about clothing is probably more of a sense of self-discovery, trying to be probably the best person that I can be. And that sort of feeds into how we present ourselves to the world, right? It has to become from inside, and then the inside informs the outside. How you dress, how you talk, how you express yourself. Your experiences inform, your sense of elegance and sense of style.